Hello class, I hope you're having an awesome day. I wanted to make this quick video to remind you about the order of sharps and flats. The sharps are ordered beginning with the letter F. So the first sharp is F sharp, followed by C sharp, then G sharp, next D sharp, A sharp, E sharp, and the final sharp is B sharp. The flats are B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, C flat, and then finally F flat. And what I want you to notice here is that the order of sharps and the order of flats are actually opposite of each other. If you just look at the letter names, beginning with the sharps, we have F, C, G, D, A, E, B. And if you read those backwards, you actually have the order of the flats, B, E, A, D, G, C, F. Also of note, notice that the sharps are spaced apart by a fifth. So if I just think about the alphabets starting with F and I just count up 5 alphabets from F, F, G, A, B, C, C, D, E, F, G, G, A, B, C, D, and so on and so forth. And the flats are spaced apart by a fourth, B, C, D, E, E, F, G, A. All right. So you want to go ahead and memorize that particular order. Now, in addition to memorizing that order, you need to also be aware that the sharps are placed on the staff in a very particular order. We have our treble clef, alto clef, tenor clef, and bass clef. Notice that the F sharp actually starts on the top line here, then we move down to C sharp, then up to G sharp, D sharp, A sharp, E sharp, B sharp. It almost creates a bit of a zigzag pattern. And then of course on the treble clef, the flats start with B flat and we move up to E flat, down to A flat, up to D flat, down to G flat, up to C flat, down to F flat. Now the alto clef has a similar pattern for both sharps and flats, similar to the treble clef. We start on F sharp, then the C sharp, G sharp, D sharp, A sharp, E sharp, B sharp, and of course the flats B flat, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, C flat, F flat. But notice when we get to the tenor clef, it looks a bit different, and this is in part due to the fact that the tenor clef identifies the fourth line as being middle C, and so the F sharp is actually written down. So this is still, if you count your lines and spaces, we still have F sharp here. So F sharp, C sharp, so F sharp, C sharp, G sharp. The G sharp is also written down. Then you have, F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, then your D sharp, and then A sharp, E sharp, B sharp. All right, still kind of a zigzag pattern. But the flats, notice that it looks similar to everything else. It's just the sharps where the F sharp and G sharp are written down, so just be aware of that. Now, on the bass clef, we start with F sharp on the fourth line, F sharp, then down to C sharp, up to G sharp, down to D sharp, A sharp, E sharp, B sharp, and of course on the flat side, we start with B flat, up to E flat, down to A flat, up to D flat, down to G flat, up to C flat, and down to F flat. And yes, this F flat is actually written in the space below the bass clef, which is actually F2. So be aware of that. That's F2. Okay? All right. Now, after you know the order of sharps and flats, it's helpful to kind of think about key signatures in terms of the circle of fifths. So the first circle of fifths is something that was designed to help people envision or imagine the order of the keys. And based on the name, what you can imagine is that the keys are spaced apart in fifths. So we start at the top of the circle. And let me just get a different color here. Let's choose blue. Okay. All right, there we go. We're going to start with the key of C major, which has no sharps and no flats. So we'll just say 0 sharps and 0 flats. All right, so the key of C major, no sharps and no flats. The key of G major, which is 5 letter names apart from C, C, D, E, F, G, is our first sharp key, and it has 1 sharp. That sharp is F sharp. I tell you, let me write it like this. Okay, I'll write it in parentheses, F sharp. All right. The key of D major is our second sharp key. It has 2 sharps, F sharp and C sharp. Okay. And you can just go around the circle and fill in the order of sharps based on the previous screen. The next key is A major, and that has 3 sharps, F sharp, C sharp, and then G sharp. The next key is E major. E major has 4 sharps. I'll just do some numbers here because I'm getting ready to run out of space here in my circle. The key of B major has 5 sharps. Okay. The key of F sharp major has 6 sharps. And the key of C sharp major has 7 sharps. Now, if you remember that we had 7 sharps, we have 7 sharp keys beginning with G all the way up to C sharp major. We also have 7 flat keys, but you may be looking at this circle thinking, oh, well, we don't have 7 spaces for the flats. Well, there's a reason for that. We have 3 keys that are actually enharmonic equivalents. For example, the key of B major has an enharmonic equivalent of C flat major, which has 7 flats. So C flat and B natural sound identical, but they have different names. All right. F sharp and G flat major sound alike. G flat major, interestingly enough, actually has 6 flats, just like F sharp major has 6 sharps. Now, D flat major, which is the enharmonic equivalent for C sharp major, has 5 flats. Okay, and now we're back inside the circle again. A flat major has 4 flats. All right, and then our next key is E flat major, which has 3 flats. So B flat, E flat, A flat. B flat major has 2 flats, B flat and E flat, and then finally the key of F has 1 flat, which is B flat. So once again, the order starts at the very top of the circle with the key of C major with no sharps and no flats, followed by the key of G major, which has 1 sharp, F sharp. The key of D major has 2 sharps, F sharp and C sharp. The key of A has 3 sharps, F sharp, C sharp, G sharp. The key of E has 4 sharps, F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp. The key of B major has 5 sharps, F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp, A sharp. The key of F sharp major has 6 sharps, F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp, A sharp, E sharp. And the key of C sharp major has 7 sharps, F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp, A sharp, E sharp, and B sharp. Now the flat keys, starting with the key of F major, which is counterclockwise from the key of C. F major has one flat, and that flat is B flat. B flat major has two flats, B flat and E flat. E flat major has three flats, B flat, E flat, A flat. A flat major has four flats, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat. D flat major has five flats, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat. G flat major has six flats, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, C flat. And finally, the key of C flat major has seven flats, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, C flat, and F flat. Okay, hopefully this helps you. Remember to study these key signatures, work on your major scales, writing those out, and we will see you in the next class session.